Oh my, would you look at the gilt? Good evening, folks. It's, oh my, it's 22, 23. I don't like the numbers here. On 25 day of February, the Groundhog Day of all weather events. Every day seems to be happening on 2023. In other words, 25th day, second month, 2023. What I'm looking here now is as edging on just past the Ides of March. Oh my, that's going to be a moisture stripper for sure. I don't think it doesn't have Hawke's Bay on its sights at some point here. Yeah, like I said, it's going to get bad before it gets worse. As the title of it says, as this steamer here is definitely going to affect New Zealand. This steamer here is going to affect New Zealand. I'll show you. You got so much stuff coming your way that you should start charging passport fees for storms. Where's your visa? You just came from Australia. Look at it come over. Look at it coming. Coming. Here she comes. The nightmare all down your street. I get these poor folks. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Here it comes. Look at it. Look at it. Yeah, that thing came across. It stripped the moisture. The moisture well stripped off this storm. This stripper. Yeah, that could. I don't think it's fizzling out. Maybe that storm's fizzling to the coast, but its moisture said hello. Not too good. Not too good for those folks. As I look over here on the mimic, I'm following a couple very, very large tendrils of moisture. I mean big. Not here. I'm talking to bigs. I'll show you. Wow, that was flashing. Flash. Eat your vegetables. Uh-oh. We got to square out on Blenheim again. That's not good. Not good at all. You see here, the Blenheim Spy Station versus the Tiger Station. You guys get it right. Oh, man. Fuck. Beaming on the sides. Right. I'm looking at something that's bothering me. So I'm going to go to, let me calm the screen thing down. That was for my lookings earlier. And I'll show you what's going on with the big tendril. And I think big. It's coming for South America. There's three of them. Big ones. And this one here is already below the equatorial boundary. So it's easy to cut that into a different storm to send that north. Where Hawaii seems to be very diligently directing stuff south in this corridor here. So we've beam now has come down. You'll see it start up here like a wall. And it's come down here. It's going to make this storm stall a little bit because it's going to have trouble getting past that wall. And the one from Blenheim coming up here with a couple next rods I'm well aware of that I saw earlier today that I ain't got to show you as part of my calculations. This storm's going to steam in. That comes down from here. There's nowhere else for it to go. It's coming pretty quick. Actually, it's right up here now. Two of them are coming. This one, and it's going to swallow one right behind it. And one's not going to swallow the other. One will head, and its moisture gets stripped, like it's been stripped off this here. Watch. This move right here causes a sudden outflow at, depending where the center of the circle circulation is. See a sudden change in the nucleation here? That's that square out. That'll be, again, Blenheim. I'm blaming it. Prove me wrong. ESCAT radar Blenheim is well capable of doing a few of those areas at once. It's quite a device. Are they stupid enough? Did they leave it in? Ugh, maybe. Yeah, beams on hard from Auckland. See it? I think just a spark gap. It influences the weather. That's a glitch. Yeah, ding dong, the wicked glitch is dead. Kembami obi ododo. You want to see what you get? This is from a few hours ago. I think I capped off about 4 hours ago. So we're gonna get 8 hours of data for you now. Cause I'm gonna I won't refresh the screen till I show a few things. See that circle there with the center point of abomination? It's kind of triangular. Not kind of. Is it is. So I'm gonna let this roll for a moment. Should take it till I refresh the screen. Look, your mountains are nucleating something along there. Natural flows coming straight in and up will make some clouds. But do I see bombs in them? Is it possible? Yeah, I gotta look for the natural. I also look for the combinations emanating. So let's have a little frame by frame here. This was at 5 o'clock my time. So that would be 5 hours and a half ago. 5 hours and 8 minutes. Square up the coast down low. What? That's not natural. Boom, 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 boom. Cam bomb. Boom, 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 boom. Something right over Hawke's Bay. You know, you didn't have enough problems. You didn't need some chem bombination going on. Have some fallout. Came right from that line. More with the curve right there. Boom, 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 boom. Chem bombs suck. And using chem bombs to create a heated flow line that's going to trap moisture flows is also not cool. And causing condensates to form where at a place that needs some serious evaporation right now is not cool. Not cool at all. Hey, look how square that is. Not very circular like a circulation should be. Boogeyman offshore. Woo! See it? See your bird god? See that one? See? I seen it earlier. It's the second time I've seen this. Boom. See where I'm pointing? Bomb. Backwards 10 minutes, backwards 10 minutes, backwards 10 minutes. Full field of bombs going off. Something came along. You see a thin line over the top. You can get this image on set view. Here, I'll pop your link. Publicly available compliments of the Bureau of Morons. Now let me pop your link. Cheers, me these. I'm not going to comment on those type things. I'll just give you forecast right now. Yeah, it looked like the beaming was going on here. How's they changed it yet? Boom, 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 boom. Here's a beam. They stupid enough here. Mighty wedge shaped there, pointing at Wellington. This is the last night they'll show this on their feed. Yeah, takes her pants down with the 6 hour. Hello, whatever that was. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink for a moment. I'm looking for something. You know I'm looking for something. One, two. Alright, I see what I need to. That was for me. So right, man, very exciting. What's this straight line that was there? This looks like quite a little action going there in front of that beam. Will it make it to it? I doubt it. That's a pulse. And there's many ships that see they're possible to do that. Was it a Kanban line over here in Taganaki? Right, we were looking around over here, right? Uh-huh. Whoa! Oh, Hillary Clinton looking in the air. Right, so we're right off here, okay? Right off here. Was there a field of bombs? That's the question I'm asking. That triangular formation's clear to view straight away. What yielded that formation? That's my question. Oh, to find out, I'm going to actually have to refresh. Okay, I didn't want to do that. Okay, here we go to re-roll that. Oh, man. Man. I don't want the boundaries. I don't want to have no boundaries. Man, who knew no boundaries? Alright, let's go back over here and see if we can catch it. I want to catch this. To me, this is how I get data. It takes a little while for this to do all this thing. Hey, we didn't finish cleaning the kitchen, so you go there and told him I want to do video. Now go to your room. It says 10 o'clock. Put the kids to bed. Yeah, I'll finish the kitchen. Look at this leaf in Hobart. That area here. Hey, Tassie, you get a devil spinner here. The Tasmanian devil winds itself up, and the wascally wabbit reports on it. What's up, Doc? It's time to dock the dock. Instead of them docking our pay. Oh, he winter. This is taking forever. And what we got going on out here? Bomb field. Hey, look, we got a circulation going on. Really, that ain't man-made nothingness. That's as man-made as a fried bologna sandwich. Mongo like beans. Yeah, he's not behaving very well tonight, this stream. That's okay, I'll do the best I get. The bombs are going over Sydney. The entrance is getting cloudy and moist. A streamer of death goes over Harvey Bay area, making the air smell like a dairy area. Alright, they're playing with the feed tonight, folks. They ain't liking it. I'll go faster. And bandwidth ain't doing too well now. Give me just a moment. Let me check cable snaps on top of the hall. Yeah, I had it up in the air. Somebody took my box. Yeah, somebody's moved my equipment. Looks okay. This ain't gonna fix it. Okay, I'm just gonna go off that and go on your forecast. I ain't gonna show that part tonight. Sorry. My fault. A bunch of numbnuts moving my shit around. I'm gonna put the box back. Leave it alone. Well, here comes your what they're expecting. Oh well, I'm the numbnuts at the try to prove something at the moment. I should have reloaded before I came on. That's okay. We all do shit. So right here's what's to expect right now over in my worst worry of all. The nunt over here, or the want, Western Australia, Northern Territory be a wanting some good weather. And the corridor of EMF very predictably is going to bring this in right through this one area like I showed this morning. When I put the radars on, it showed the corridor of EMF was clearly on through that area to take it even a little bit lower this way. This has clearly been worked in from the tropics, as I've been pointing out for days, watching the beams and watching it being moved down through the islands and the eddies over here to converge at just the right time as this is coming ashore. For maximum damage over here in Akunanura and Adamanamanabijiji and Abula, Vanaka over there in Vanaka Blast. The Yarlands and the Wave Hills and this whole area of inundation that's about to experience the swollen streams that kill the dreams kind of scenario. And I hope we got that warning out to those people today that needed to hear it. As this comes ashore, it's packing a wallop of moisture. They're doing a split on the flow from a beam through the center. Yep, that's going to actually has to calm down enough to allow all this to move in, but it's going to temporarily stall this storm until that beam that they put here to cut it calms down. It creates enough perturbation in the atmosphere to roll. See how high they hit it. I'm going to look across the center of us. It's pretty easy to see this one. The beam that came through the center that did the cut is pretty evident. I'll let this roll a minute, let you see it. Hit it on this morning. Comes right up through the center. Whammo. See it going right through here? That little tickle. Just let that roll. You get a stamp on it. This last frame. Right here. Do the zoom bit. Boy, there's a lot of perturbation just went out over Exmouth Holt base. Right. The beam that's shooting up caused the flow to split. Made it go one way and then the other. And it's visible that it's doing that. Alright, this isn't a glitch. This is electromagnetic perturbation with frequency. All this could be part. Could be a secondary beam just coming from one of the Selleck's Hill or the other one down there. Hobart's beaming. Look at that blast going along that line. You can't tell me Tiger can't do that shit. Look at the beam coming out from it. It's influencing the weather. Look at it square now with that one coming up here. Look at the conversion over here. What the fuck is over here that we worry about? Nothing. Don't be worrying about nothing. Are you prepared? You good Boy Scout, Girl Scout? Can you suck it up like the buttercup? Well, why the hell is there's a beam arc over your whole fucking country over here? Well, it's intersected a whole lot of beams going on intersection right about there. Actually, you got that. We make a big string. It look like a set of testicles and a big old bent down there. Oh, they cut it off. Oh, that's right. It's a transistor. Ooh, oh, it's not supposed to happen. Look at this shit. Beam shooting up through here. Maybe got a ship out here doing something. Yes, they have ship, EMF ships. You don't know about them. Boy, you got some homework to sift through. Get the bell end off the coast over here, the circumcised. What did they do here? I want to watch this here for a minute. Maybe I'm going to give myself 48-hour loop on this. A good look at Xmas. It's in the process of scanning the beam right now. Looks like it's making a wiper beam. It's going to sling this way up. We'll know more tomorrow. See the pulse come up across the center? Boom. Watch. Boom. Right there. That'll help hem some of the chem. Boy, did that cause a straight line to form. Boy, are you in for some interesting times there, Chemstraya? You know I ain't giving up on that, right? And as she comes ashore, all behold, she comes ashore to Wave Hill. Well, if she sakes alive, we got us a Lando King. So that'll whip the winds up a bit down this direction. Not super duper high, but high enough to where you're going to be like almost, not quite Snoop Dogg, but maybe one of his friends sitting in the car. Come on, come on, man. Where's the Lando King time? She comes ashore. Ashore. Really? Yeah, that's enough to be of concern. Blowing in certain directions could prevent tides from coming out or flood waters from draining properly. Big doldrum. Just having a quick breeze around. Little bit windy along the coast roads this weekend. Yeah, be watching that. Could have some gusts. Yeah, definitely gonna be windy along here. Yeah. Definitely along that road. Is the cock silent in Cockburn here? Is Colburn? Yeah, with the silent cock. Broken Hill, Broken Hill, Broken Hill. You don't seem to be having any big troubles coming any eminently there, and I'm happy to say that. It just makes me happy when I click that and I don't see like all the country all wet. But you do have some wetnesses coming over here to the trough and along the coastlines, and just enough to be right on time. And if I click on just the right one, you're going to see a little bit of a problem developing. Uh-oh. Why are they suddenly showing a great amount of water appearing here that nobody else is? And that's just a one-off tickle. You turn that on an hour, that might be gone. So it's showing me a little bit of a concern. My biggest concern of all is this batch of moisture that's coming after the 10s. Oh my God. This is the horrendous. Oh my, you could pick these numbers. You could pick my nose for that one. So there's some tendrils out here to be that they're going to split off, and that tendril there is almost always in a line to be stripped off to New Zealand when it's like that. Almost always. Yep, I have deep concerns. Fiji, I don't think you're out of the woods yet on the tens. They're showing that flow coming north, but if any of that tendril hits south, you're fucked. I know you had some problems around Suva Bay and all that. I'm glad the warnings get out ahead of time. I feel very happy about that. This island here, it says no matter what, you must have turned down an IMF loan. Your island itself is fucked. Longanga. Longanga Tolomaco. That sounds like a cool name. Where are you going on holiday? Tolomaco. Well, you better bring a life preserver with you. Are they going to scrub an island and say, look, the island's gone? Global warming. Al Gore's down there with a flamethrower melting ice cubes. Look, look. He'd be a dumbass. He'd sublimate it. Go straight to a gas. Wouldn't even drip. Well, there's a lot of wind over here over the Biden nose feature. That big hawk nose sniffing. Again, I am so sorry to report this to this area here. You're fucked. Gisborne, every one of these storms when it walks around is going to make a little bit of low and smack you. I think they're keeping the totals down in this area to prevent panic. Because this is more likely. Told you you're going to get 10 on the 10s. You got 3 storms coming in 3 weeks that are going to be significant. This is like Amityville Horror telling you, like, get out. Well, they've already evacuated this valley down here. Over, right here. They really had a problem in the Esk Valley. My God, the trees that were left. It's pukable over there, Puketon. My God, these poor folks. And yeah, you got some terrible totals coming on the 10s. I was knowing about the totals for a while, but I wasn't sure. As this thing steams in here, coming now. I don't want that graph. Use this as a graph. Here she comes. That's got the off-coast one. That's pretty inaccurate. Icon's the only one that really has it going to the coast toward the area where I was thinking. Where she comes in, causes a little bit of a low, it hooks around. So maybe I'm not fully in agreement with this, what they're showing you here. It's doing a spit here. The drag on that corner causes a brief low to form there, which does a drag on that and often spits a piece of the low over, which crosses over and goes right here where my middle finger is, right about there. I've seen it happen a lot. So if you guys, it's just a drag from that feature of land, and that's what's caused a lot of that to come in. And where did the water come from? We know where. Kembam Tahal. See if we can get this to run now. Sometimes in between, it does work. You know I'm going to try. If I turn off the cities, coast, get rid of some parameter. Well, let's see what it does. I can have a sip of my drink. Sometimes when I'm looking around at the maps like this, I'll look at the features on the low deck out here, see if I see formations that I recognize. You know, typical, the Knuckles nucleus or the Flowery Death or other very dramatically named things to make my point that it's not the healthiest thing going on. Yes, to use emotive language is like the notorious murderer, Sirius Black, notorious mass murderer. That's right, they have to add an extra word. Mass, like he went to church. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum. Hey, how you got here? A big old Kembam line going on? That ain't just EMF. You gotta have chemical catalyst to help conduct the waveform. Or make the medium, if you will. Or the dynamics like between this layer of the atmosphere, this one down low over here on this dirty Sanchez cloud. Yeah, that's a stinker. You little stinker. Full skylash descending down upon the areas over here. The bombs going this direction, that direction, like this, that, and a this, and boom, and a bomb, and a boom, and a plume. Ho! And just wait to the next episode, and the next episode is coming in the tropics. It's pumping on down through the uterus. It is. That's the storm uterus. Boom! Right there. Boom! Sperming it up. Big spunk cloud going into New Zealand. Have it facial. Right over the top of you. Oh, how rude. Go away. Political correctness sucks. It really, really sucks. And there's no what really sucks too is seeing like squarulation storms. And it ain't even all round, man. It's like they dropped a coconut bar down there and forgot to put chocolate on it. Almond Joy's got nuts. Mounds don't. Hey, you all got a bunch of almond joy going on there. Everybody going nuts. Nuck and futz even. Well, this is about as clear as I can get it from here, so we'll have it. As they're watching the dissolution of a big old squareness is going on here high. Boom. Shape charge. Boom. Robert Deutsch says these are chem bombs. You're darn right they are. Paris Accord, SIGI document. SIGI 111, geoengineering balloons, Paris Accord. They spell it wrong, I'll get it. Hey, they went right to it. Right? This thing here, you know this? This is an important document. I memorize it and go through all of the footnotes, and that's all the proof you need of geoengineering. I'll just go to my favorite page here, number 13. It is that guy, look. Und then fever's so high. I've been paid to gas. I have my special breathe Sam Smith pants. They capture my gas. As those all these people, latest developed, they come for it. But page 13 is my one of interest to you. I'll go right to it. When I go down here, sulfur aerosol injection. High reflectivity aerosols causes negative forcing. But if you go to the last sentence here, negative forcing, right? See the word? Forcing. They want to cool the planet. The potential deliveries for stratospheric sulfur dioxide, like that makes acid rain, are aircraft, artillery shells. See right here, artillery shells. Stratospheric balloons, hoses suspended from towers. And you'll have all these beautiful references about how they want to kill the planet over here. And most of them will also tell you at some point in the article, they're not sure what it's going to do. You know, other chemicals. And use the word chemicals right here, right? That means I could call it a chemtrail. Right? So don't get on me for that either. It's their document, Mr. Philip Rash, written testimony, U.S. House Committee of Science and Technology, February or something. See if we can find this. I'm just going to put that part. It'll find it. See if I can find this doc. One of the references there. You know, since, you know, this is how we study things. In case you never done any studying. Oh, you bastard. It didn't pick it up, did it? Nope, didn't. Alright, I'll get it again. Yeah, I kind of like to look at documents a little different, maybe than other people. I don't like to just Google something. It's not research. This is written testimony of Philip Rash, House of Government. I'll have a copy of that. Here, Mr. Rash decisions. Rash. Alright, I'll have a copy of that. I'll give you a copy of that. It's another doc popping out just from one of the footnotes of that thing. As I often go over it, I like to grab different ones. So in case you're too lazy to do it. Jar. And this has actually happened at the Rayburn House office that was referenced. I would like to thank the committee. Let's see if he knows how many pages of crap I gotta go through. Preliminary remarks, blah, blah, CO2 to planet. There's, you know, things the trees need to eat. CO2, we gotta get rid of it, it says. There's too much. Well, we'll plant more trees. Climate models and other climate models have been accurate for you. Something has been generally far too expensive. What are they selling? So first they sell what the cost is. Lab and field work are critical. So no way, you gotta spray you like bugs. Computer models don't do it. Deployment, the word deployment to refer to geoengineering. When I say the word deployment, deployed, I'm being accurate. Huh? Oh, you people. Research has been done so far to shoestring budgets, so they're asking for some more shoestrings. Estimate by million there by 2009. Spaceflight things, and it's got all references. Liza Kubrick's best references. Current spendings, blah blahs, blah blahs. Come on, tell me you don't know what you're doing. What would we do to? How would we do it? They want to mimic a volcano. Right, let's put some acid rain in the air. A thin layer over the whole globe. Whole globe. Particles. Allow it. Whole globe. Our strategy is to deploy this source near the equator and allow it all. Spread everywhere. Where they going everywhere? They're going a little wild on that. Aerosols located near the pole will go on the polar outjet quicker. And there's actually something to be said for that. So why do I see chemtrails over the poles? Bingo. That's super high injection. That's shooting shit way out there. How long the direct impacts would last and persist? There might be other longer timescale responses. Animal, because it takes many years for plants and animals to recover from a perturbation. In other words, they're going to kill it and they might not live longer to recover. Deep ocean circulations also respond slowly, would take many years to influence them. In other words, this shit ain't going to work and you shouldn't do it. Many years from perturbation. Why do I use these words? Modeling. Sorry if I'm taking too long for you guys. You got to understand how I do my work. This after the source of the aerosol is released from an aircraft. They're not aware of any efforts to assess or develop any technologies. That's plausibly not aware. Now the other guy's aware. He sits next to a guy called The Science and the Money. And a guy called Do It or Else. There's David Keith's name. David Keith. A few tens of million per year ought to do it. Yeah, you give me a few of those tens of millions. Isn't that horrendous? Act like a few tens of millions is nothing when people are on the bones of their ass because of their fucking spraying like bugs. How dare they do that? I don't like their models. Oh, I saw aerosol formation coalesce. We need to make sure global models are producing similar pictures of aerosol formations, coalesces, and removal to the picture provided with detailed models. In other words, they want to make graphs that suit their purpose. You had to read that right. Keep seeing aerosols. My mind said, don't huff aerosols. You don't want to be breathing a paint can. Oh, huffing aerosols. Homogeneous nucleation of ice clouds. Yeah, but what's in the ice? What kind of ice is it? Geoengineering aerosol on homogeneous. In other words, that's that cirrus clouds, that matter stuff. And look up Jim Lee's video, Cirrus Clouds Matter. They do. He nailed that video. Absolutely. I had no intention. Hey, what word do they use here? Bunch of pluming Nazis, man. They don't want you to see it. Reduction in sunlight below the plume. That also creates updrafts, downdrafts, thermals, as some people know. Come on, tell me the harm. Environmental impact. Changes in El Nino. See right there? How many wild El Ninos you had? Ninas. It does this. Changes in precipitation patterns. Impacts on the ecosystem, solar electricity generation. In other words, costing you that power while they push other power plants saying they ain't got enough, blocking sunlight, screwing another industry. One industry screwing another. Sold you all these panels to save you all these money, and then they took your sunlight away. It is our sunshine, our one and only sunshine. We won't let chem bombs take that sun away. And when I see documents like this, it's wrong. High-speed research, all this whole warp speed and of all this fucking shit into our lives that's harmful is killing things. We're being promised a better world and being forced to eat a shit sandwich. And it's wrong, 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 wrong. Period. Men, you can't have periods. You don't have a vagina, you need a uterus, stop it. This fake ass goddamn world, everybody thinks they're fucking anything they want to be, and meanwhile, cloud whitening and this shit going on, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Beaming you up? Well, maybe they do know what they're doing, and they're coming for your land. They're coming for your bay. They're coming for you. And you can't hide from the sky. Well, unless you want to live under a rock. So we must say no to the Paris Agreement in every country. Just so that maybe God will forgive us. Every one of you in your mind, whether you agree with me and think this is fake or not, if this was going on, would you want it to go on like I'm describing? You tell one this right now. Do you want to be sprayed by fucking corporate crap that Bill Gates bastard funds? Do you want to be chained to trillions of dollars in taxes alone? Fees on your electric and stuff? You want this? Then you tell one this, yes, I want this. If you don't want this, say one this, I do not consent to this. And that's the only way our vote's ever going to count. Because those fucking vote machines you got counting by a computer only gets the result of what the computer says counted. Nah, the day that you had to put a mark on a piece of paper and say, yes, that was me that did that. When you question things was the day that elections turned into an erection and we all get fucked. And I've had it with these policies that are burning my planet. I've had it with every day of pointing on toxic seas and skies. And I've had it with doing this video today. Big love. Peace.